Very, very tough. Very, well, it's like where everybody opens up and explains on the topic, like I don't know, like for fire, like water rescue, air rescue, fire rescue, water rescue, uh, and you have those four major rescues, and then you also have natural disaster rescues, and there's lots.
Yep.
Because we're trying to see if this is going to do good, and if so, um, probably we can do like a discussion on different topics of fire videos to. Hmm, military one, military one. Well, that's gonna get really, that one's gonna get really gory. I was just joking on that one. Um, there is a lot of good topics on fire. Like we always talk about the colors of the smoke, how you can tell if it's going bad or good. What's a good time to pull your men out? When good time to put water on the flame, because there's times you have your smoke is um your right hand man, even though it sounds like really bad, but it's true. Every fire chief who's on scene will look at the smoke and guide what to do. Uh, but hey, if you guys out there want to ask any questions on fire, or just want maybe some talk about on fire topic, feel free to drop in comment. Oh, like, if you don't know what to talk about on the fire stuff, you can still throw it in there, because one of these days it might actually help save your life or someone's life. Because not only being a civilian asking questions, but then later on down the road you might join a town that has a volunteer firefighter attachment, where you might want to join and help out your community or help out with anything. That's it. And right now there is a lot of volunteer houses looking for people. Yeah, I think. Well, there was a couple of New Mexico places where like the fire chief actually resigned because of the fact that he lost all his members because it was just a slow. Oh no, 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 like I can't remember the little town, but it was just the fact that no one wanted to do it anymore. The house never got shut down. The trucks are still good. Everything was good, but it was all everything was down to the chief. What else? And it's not just New Mexico. There's places up in Alaska. There's places all everywhere. There are volunteer firehouses that people do not want to, step up and help the community. There's a lot of um, but there is a lot of volunteer houses that are always looking, even if you don't have experience. It always should always try. They might have something else for you, like I don't know, setting up the pools. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Stand by. Okay, hold on. Yes. Hello, Allie. How you doing? But oh, sorry. I know as you. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to take over. To get kind of, but to get back on topic, but like there is a lot of openings. If you can help your community out and you have some experience doing fire, throw your hand and into it, and they might not need you help with interior or exterior or on the truck, but always help set up tables or like a mat.
Hey, just give me one moment here, guys. Let me switch something over real fast. Just stand by.
But I do notice so between the American and the Canadian, I can.
Okay. And yes, to answer your question, yes, I am still doing the exterior, work on fires.
I mean steam. You mean
I can hear you just fine. I on Discord. Just fine. I on Discord.
lighting? Okay, well, Ice is doing that. I'll go over the fire stuff while he's doing that. So we're not. Yeah. So between U.S. and Canada, I'll go over the volunteer side of Canada and U.S. for fire is a little bit different. So the Canadian side, do not. Some of them don't actually respond to EMS calls or anything small or minor stuff. Where on the American side, they do respond to EMS calls, minor stuff, or anything in particular that EMS can't get to. Bear with IC. What, you got voices in your head and it won't go? What, you got voices in your head and it won't go? Yeah, I have yours up just a second here. Voices in your head and it won't go? Yeah, I have yours up just a second here. Open up your. I gotta look at OBS now. Go into your advanced options on your advanced auto property options. Oh, you can't go to your like the little prongs on your your audio capture. For your
No, I don't have the Vitamins Quiz set up yet.
I don't know what you had before you had turned it off to monitor off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where you had turned it off to monitor off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Are you able to be right back and then share your OBS? Alright guys, you'll be right back. We're gonna see what is problem.
Yes. Yes, it's fixed finally. Yes.
Okay, now I gotta put my ice pants on so I can help ice out.
Say hello in chat, hit the subscribe button. Let me know that you guys are here, so I can actually acknowledge you guys. Again, we're just here to show appreciation to the firefighters today. We do have on my side the fireman's brother sitting here. Very proud.
Zeno, you might want to lower your volume there, buddy. Cause it's coming back on Mass and my stream.
Oh shit! That's very exciting. I did.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Matt. And no, my volume still ain't working.
Hold on.
It's coming back on Mass and
No, yours is fixed.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just don't hardly see it on my side. That's the reason. Because normally my desktop audio would be going up as I'm speaking as well.
Ice here.
Hello, everybody, and sorry for the lack of speech on my side, and I'm having technical difficulties, but what can we expect?
It's a good thing I pay attention.
Well, good thing people in my chat let me know when they can hear me or not.
Yeah.
It's loud? Okay, I can turn it down. How's that, Purple? So, as I was trying to say earlier, I am a retired fireman, a retired EMS, and we do have a current active volunteer fireman, which is Matthew.
As well. He is just kind of sitting in the background right now, but we do also have an active EMS as well here. So if you guys have any questions for us, the EMS guy is also fireman. So if you guys have any questions, bring it up as well.
Well, we more or less concentrating on the fire side today, and in a month it will be the EMS.
Well, I just figured I'd put that out there.
Yeah.
You know, we do have both sitting right here. So this way it's kind of out there.
Yeah, no problem. You know who I am, right? I've been changing my. Actually, Purple Dolphin, I don't know who you are because, like you said, you've been changing your name. I don't try to keep up with people's name.
I did say it. It was it's Allie.
Purple
Ali,
Dolphin,
as
you pick
in
the
Canuck.
voice.
Allie Canuck.
Yep. You'll recognize the voice if she comes in voice chat with us.
Okay, how you doing, Miss Allie? If anybody got questions for me or Matt or any fireman or anything about fire department, feel free to ask in chat, either on my
Yeah.
chat or on Matt's. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're here for. We are doing this podcast to recognize the National Firefighter Day and to answer any public questions that you may have.
Absolutely. And I do have both streams up.
And then anybody on Matt's side, I think I already said it on Ice's side, but on Matt's side, if this can do good, we have something planned down the road, about maybe doing an analyzing of a fire scene, kind of like podcast where we have active firefighters in the chat, in the podcast.
You'll have to bring your mic up, as you know, you're coming in really low.
He's coming in loud on my side. I had to actually turn him down in Discord.
Yeah.
I have him all the way turned up.
Okay, hold on. How about now? Better?
A little bit better, yeah. There we go.
Now.
There you go. Perfect.
That's great. So
Okay, I'm gonna have to turn you down some more.
So I'll repeat everything again. So what we're planning on doing, I did sit down with Farron, and I think Ice is on board too. If he said he'll help on it. Eventually, we want to do is a podcast where everybody can sit down, go pick up a fire scene videos where the civs and the fire people can analyze off it, and we can sit there and pick and say, look, what would you do if that smoke got up really black or whatever? You send your crew in, or would you do this differently? Would you go in through the window on the scene, or would you go through the back door, or that? But it more or less not only teach, but it will allow to show help other up and coming newcomers do too.
Basically, how to read smoke and everything.
Yeah.
That sounds like it might work. Might be good.
Yeah.
I know on Matt's side, I know everybody on Ice's side heard me talk about it all the but the biggest thing right now, a lot of the small towns are looking for are volunteer firefighters. A lot of them are, how you say it, there's a lot of firefighters that are not interested anymore, so they're stepping away. So that leaves open houses with trucks and that where it's a danger and risk to. There's communities, volunteer communities that are looking for firefighters to join, so they can help give back to their community. So
Absolutely.
if you have somewhat experience, or somewhat knows what can do, go and put your hand in. You can do.
Well, even if you don't have experience, you can get experience.
Yes.
True.
You can get on-site experience, but probably if you do the classes for it, would be the best way to go about it. And it's really that's one of the things with being a fireman is that every scene is completely fucking different from the last one.
Indeed, it is. No two fire scene is exact same thing.
No.
If you have an AZ or a DZ license, or like for example with an air brake, you know that will help. Those will help with the volunteers too because you can help bring the trucks to the scene where your guys then that know how to do interior and exterior and do their job of putting the fire out and rescuing whoever's trapped or anything like that.
At least here in New York, you have to have evoc and be over the age of 21. I don't know on how it is elsewhere, but I know at least here in New York, you have to be 21 and have to have evoc,
No,
which
it's
is
New York ticket. It's our tunnel.
which evoc is basically the emergency course that people have to take for driving all the trucks.
Which you also have somebody EVOC certified here.
Yes.
But like what Matt was saying, there's like a lot. There is a couple towns that are like that where you do need evoc.
Yep. And that's all it's really required. You can have a normal license and have evoc and be able to drive the trucks.
Well, in some of the states I've been to drive the truck itself, you have to have at least a Class A license.
Basically, transport license.
Yep. Because you are operating a vehicle heavier than 26,000 pounds.
And you might luck out
Or actual
with a regular
engine.
license if you're driving a brush truck.
We also have to get what's called pump out.
Hold on, look.
We have a small electric fire in our old place years ago. The fire station was 2 blocks away. Ended up with 4 trucks, 2 out front of our place, and a truck blocking each entrance to the complex. Yes, that's to prevent anybody from driving down that street and
Yep.
interfering with the scene.
Yep. That's how they normally do it.
If it ain't,
But we would have a fireplace with it. To block off the intersection.
again, I say, if it ain't the fire trucks, it will be the police cars blocking the street.
Yep.
Which in Matthew's situation is called fire police. Everywhere else is pretty much called police. Which is basically the same thing. Go ahead, Zena.
Yep.
So, another word for that part, and I know I'm more like a civ and all, but because I watch a lot of the fire stuff and that. So, that means if you see fire or police blocking off road like that, giving fire crews more an idea of how many trucks can they bring into that area to help put that fire out faster. If there's too many people like civilization going in and blocking that road, those ladder trucks or water trucks cannot get to that scene. That will make it more harder for the fire guys to put the fire out.
Indeed.
Yes.
So it's called a fire. I don't know what they want to call it, but I think it's like a fire truck diameter to give more resources to that fire. Because more trucks you have on scene will help fire out, because you never know one tank of a truck can go at any minute, where you have a backup truck behind you you can reconnect and get that water flowing fast.
How many trucks we can actually get on scene in that? And having fire police at the end of the roads and that. So we don't have civilians in the way.
Yeah, scene control can be difficult at times.
Yeah.
Is that Ethan I'm hearing in the background there, Matt?
No, that is Mr. AJ.
Oh, okay.
In the background.
Pyro.
If he want to get on mic, feel free. He can.
Yeah, he's sitting right here. I have my mic kind of where it can be picked up.
Yeah,
with his voice, but I don't know if it is picking up any.
it is to a point. We can hear him, but sometimes we can't really understand what he's saying. So basically, Matt, if he's going to talk to you, um, take your headset off and let him hold the mic where he can talk into it easier.
Movable mic, an actual mic itself.
Oh,
So
okay.
all I have to do is just kind of move up towards the mic.
Okay. So are you at the hall or are you at your home?
I'm home. That's
Uh,
why I'm live.
Hello, way too cool. Welcome to the stream.
And yes, guys, we're live for the ISIS side. I am live over here on the emergency side, on the emergency break room and lounge YouTube channel. If someone can go ahead and post that in the text chat there for um, we do also have a link in the description for the community. Be more than welcome. Be more than welcome to come in and hang out with us. If you're a first responder yourself, or if you're even just a normal civilian, you're more than welcome in this community.
Military are welcome as well.
Everyone's welcome as first responders phase. We're here to obviously honor the ones that are firefighters that have been doing the job for a very long time today. Hence this podcast. So, like Ice has been saying, like Xeno's been saying, if you guys have any questions, whether you're in Blue Ice's channel or my channel, put it in the chat because we can see both chats right now. At least I can. On my second monitor, I have both chats up, so I can see both chats. I'd be more than welcome, more than willing to answer any questions you guys have as well.
Exactly.
I think
Sorry,
Ali has
man.
a question for you, Ice.
The what?
Ali has a question for you.
Oh, can I come into voice and explain what I experienced? Uh, sure. You can come in voice. Zeno, would you be willing to get the link and post it in my stream for him?
Emergency?
Yeah.
I can.
Hold on, Zeno. Hold on, Zeno.
We get you a link there. Just a minute, Allie.
Allie,
Ali's part. Sorry, bro.
Allie's in. So Allie, come on into the G, BC.
I already have the Discord.
Hello, Allie.
Hello. So yeah, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but me and JoJo were home the one day. Kids were at school, and the neighbors down the way, they noticed that there was smoke. But my neighbors across the visitor parking usually barbecued with charcoal, and we all know charcoal causes smoke.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't out there barbecuing. This was at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. We've been experiencing issues with half the power. So we didn't think anything of it. We just went and flipped the breaker back
Yeah.
to turn it back on. Thinking back now, the night before, I was helping Anthony brush his teeth, and half the power went out. So I ran down and I turned the breaker. 5 a.m. the next morning, it did it again. So that afternoon, the neighbors down the way, they tried to get the super's attention. He was on the phone, and they just yelled out fire or smoke or something. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
To get his attention. And he noticed, and he came to our place, pounded on the door, opened the door up because we didn't have the main door shut. We had the screen door shut.
Yeah.
He opens it up and yells in and says, "You guys might want to get out. Your place is smoking." So it was a mad dash to get the cats. And the adrenaline from that was crazy for me. Like, I didn't break down till I had to go wait for the kids' bus. But we had to make plans to have the kids taken away. Like, they went to their aunt's place for the time being.
Yeah, safe place.
Red Cross got us into a hotel for the weekend because this happened on a Friday afternoon. And after that, insurance got us into a hotel, and we were displaced for 2 months while they did the investigation. And it was just like maybe a 3-inch length of the wire in the wall.
Shorted out.
I think it was the ground wire. When you looked at it, you saw all these little divots out of it. Because like it was, I think, old copper wire.
Yeah, ground wire is the copper wire.
Because there was 3 wires in the plastics.
Yeah, you have a black, white, and a copper wire.
Yeah.
Yep.
So by the amount of divots, you could tell it had been going on for a while. And it was just crazy because we were able to go in and get a few things after the firemen left. And it was just like, holy. They had to cut into the walls in the kitchen right below because it was in our bedroom. And they didn't find any evidence of anything else in the kitchen. But I can post the picture of the wall in Discord if you guys want.
Well, you have to ask Matt about that one. Because his Discord, not mine.
Yeah, you can go ahead and send it in, I think it's IRL pics.
Okay.
Well, at least I can say one thing. Everybody got out there safe.
Yes. The kids were not home, so that we didn't have to worry about them. We just had 3 cats that I had to dive under the crawl space for one of them because she freaked out and went and hid in the furthest corner away. And well, I had everything packed in that crawl space, so I had to dive over everything. I just grabbed her by the scruff of the neck and just yanked her out.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about the poor animals that's in the home.
I don't know if it's U.S. has it, but you can get it here in Canada where you get stickers that go on your front door, your windows, where will allow any responder know if there's ever a fire that there is animals in that house.
Oh yeah, you can get those stickers anywhere here.
Yeah.
I had to scroll through so many freaking pictures.
I know another one that a lot of people don't understand too is gasoline, gas leaks. A lot of places in the U.S., Canada. Oh, I'm not gonna say just not just North America, but European.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah. That have will have gas leaks. Now, if you have a gas leak smell and you can get like a funny taste, if you have a funny taste when you go by a certain house, you can tell there's a gas leak or a propane leak.
Well, you can smell it too.
Yeah.
Cause it will smell like rotten eggs.
Yep.
But once you report it, you should not stay in the area until fire crews are on scene, because there has been a couple of incidents where a whole house exploded, sending glass shards and anything that in that vicinity everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get caught in the crossfire of flying debris, that makes it more harder for the emergency because now they're not only taking their focus away from the team, but they're going out. They're going to come and help you. So that means there's going to be more researchers coming in to help those that got hit too.
I posted a picture.
And some scenes, some some scenes can be what's that word, where you have less members on, so you're scrambling trying to get help from scrambling to help everybody.
What was that, Matt?
Yes. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. But yes, if you happen to roll up on scene, try to stay at least 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet away from the scene. That give plenty of space for any type of incident happen. Plus, it give enough room for the fire crews to come rolling in and get to the scene. And whatever you do, do not block a fire hydrant, because insurance will not cover your vehicle if you are blocking the hydrant and they have to bust through your windows to get to that hydrant. I have seen it happen many times. Hello, Raised by the Wolves. Welcome to the stream.
So I don't know if you want to take a look at that picture, Ice, but I posted it in IRL pics in Matt's Discord.
I'll look at it here in a second.
Hey, not a problem. Raised by the Wolves. We enjoy what we do, and I do want to just real fast. Zeno,
yes.
can you take that YouTube link I sent you and put it over in Ice's side for me?
Yeah, I already did that. I gotta do that again.
No, you put it in my chat, bud.
Did I? No, it's right here.
I don't see
Oh,
it.
wow. Okay, let's get back to the main chat here.
No, the one I put in your chat, Matt, that's Ice's.
Oh, okay.
That's why I just double checked.
Okay, go ahead and put mine in his. I sent it to you in DMs.
Oh, yeah, mine's right.
Gonna be
The one Yeah, yours is right above. Yours is right above Raised by Wolves.
On whose stream?
Yours.
I don't see no link here.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You know why?
It's in my chat.
No,
that's why.
I can't do it on Ice.
Hang on just a minute. Zeno, type something in my chat right quick. I can fix that right quick.
I was like, I did it.
Yeah, I ain't made you moderator for some reason, or YouTube has removed you as moderator.
Raised by the Wolves, just give me one moment. Allie, that's fine. We'll see when you get back. Give us just a moment. Because Mr. Zeno's going to be putting something here just momentarily in the chat. If you want to go ahead and join the community, you can. This is a first responder community that we have. We have both everything between firefighters, police, security, militaries.
Why is it not letting me do it?
Dispatchers. We have everything with the community. Also civilians. You're more than welcome to join. If you'd like to, you do not have to. It's just an offer for anyone and everyone.
YouTube is being an ass.
You know what? You can add that to all the shit that's been going on today.
No kidding.
Well, on that note, what else can we talk about? Fire. Oh, here's a good one. Building safety. Oh, I gotta love that one.
Okay, Zeno, try it now.
Building safety. Oh. So, building safety, there's a lot of people, especially in the bigger cities like New York and any big towns that have apartment buildings. If you do have a fire alarm that goes off, not pass it up as
Drill.
a drill or a test, because lately the way the fires have been going on in the apartment buildings, because some of the buildings are really old, the fire can spread tremendously.
Yes.
A good example is the old London fire that happened. I think it was 5 years ago, 4 years ago, around that time. Where it started on the fourth floor, and went from the fourth floor to the 30, 430, I think it was.
I don't know. I ain't heard nothing on that one.
But it went from the fourth floor to the top floor within 20 minutes. So if you ever hear a fire alarm that goes off, don't pass it off as a test or a drill. Evacuate your building, because that bell is a good indication it will save your life.
The bell
Yes,
is
it
there
is.
for a reason.
Yes.
Yes, there are a lot of people that will pull it to prank people, but still, it still need to be taken seriously.
Yes. No
'Cause
matter what.
like Zeno said, it can be a matter of life and death on you.
Over the last couple of years, from what I've been, actually, not to be honest, this year alone, New York had two. Oh, actually, I think it was five. So yeah, New York has had five major building fires where it has gone up a couple floors. God rest everyone's soul, and the one in the Brooklyn one, but that one started from, if I'm not mistaken, a space heater, and when they left their apartment when the fire happened, they didn't close the fire door, and so like a fire door is your main door, but that door
Yep.
doesn't close behind you. Your whole floor is going up in flames. But because New York has classic buildings, there's a lot of old building integrity wood that could go up really fast.
Yes. And that's one of the main things that like we get taught in right in the beginning of time with the first class that we take, which is called BEFA, which is the Basic Exterior Operations course. We get told close it. If you gotta break into a place and you believe that's gonna be the fire area, close that fucking door as soon as you pop it open. Don't leave it open too long.
Yeah, but
Sorry for being like a nerd on this stuff, but
Oh, no problem. You actually give them some information out there.
yeah, that's the only thing I watch is fire stuff, and that's why I can't wait for once Matt opens that open up that new channel and we start doing his other podcast stuff. It's like, fuck, let's go. But this is there's this information we're giving you. It's not don't take it as granted as for salt, but it will save your life.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to ask a couple questions, even though I do know the answers to it, but I'm going to basically ask it for the chat since nobody ain't asking questions. This is for the firemen in the house. Okay? Okay. Everybody probably has seen at least two different type of hoses on rigs on the fire trucks.
Nope.
A little bit skinny red one and a big fat gray one. Tell the chat what those two hoses are for.
You and you.
The
We have,
first one,
so we have different colors.
yeah, we have
We-
different
Okay,
colors.
y'all might have different colors, but you know what I'm getting at. The two hoses that usually on the rear of the rig.
The first one's gonna be a 2.5,
and the other's gonna be a
and
4
that's-
inch.
basically so we can actually use it as a crossplay and attack the fire. Or we also have the 4 inch, which that is our water source. That's the way that we actually can hook up like into fire hydrants or into another truck. To be able to get us a supply of water.
Every single one of our trucks, we also on the back of our trucks, they'll have 6-inch hose.
No, we don't. No, we do not.
3, 2, and 1 all have 6-inch on them. On the back, yes.
One I was the two hoses I'm referring to is the red one, which one you already described. The other one is your main attack hose,
Oh, okay.
which is
Yeah,
normally gray.
We have our main attack hose off that wheel of it is 2.5. And
Okay.
we also have the 4 inch.
Oh, you don't
Which
have the
is-
inch and a half?
That's in the middle.
Yeah,
That's right there by the panel, the pump panel.
Okay,
Our inch-
some trucks got it set up different, but yeah, there are usually two type of attack hoses on there. Is what I was getting at.
Oh, okay, my apologies.
Oh, no problem.
I was going based off the back end, 'cause that's what you kind of said to go.
Yeah,
To, so
Well, on most trucks, at least in my area, they usually have the inch and a half and the 2.5 on the rear of the truck for quick access.
yeah, we have the quick access with the 1/4 inch and all that right there by the control panel.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the crosslays are normally. We had the two extras, the 2.5, two things of 2.5 in the rear, along with the 4 inch.
Oh, okay. And you'll
That's
for
just
it.
how,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
that's just how our trucks are set up here.
And your 4.5 inches is the one that you hook up to the hydrant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 4 inch is the lovely hydrant hookup. I will say this much: the 4 inch is always the bitch to fucking leave bed.
Mhm.
Always.
Well, it is awkward.
Even worse, but people don't know how to drag them.
True.
Walk up.
Yes.
I remember having to do that at one of our lab calls where somebody did not walk the hose and I was told to go grab it. There had to have been at least 1,000 pounds of water left in that hose when I was trying to drag it.
That's just when you put Matthew on it.
You weren't there.
I know. I'm just saying that's when you just put Matthew on it.
I'll say you weren't
Fuck it.
there. No, I put the crackers on.
There you go.
Well, they showed up. They were walking right towards me. I'm like, "Hey guys, can you walk this and then help me drag it?"
Hey, that works.
Well, there were 6 of them and 1 of me.
That works completely.
Okay, got another question for you. Until people start answering or asking questions on there, I'm going to ask simple questions. The primary tool that y'all use to gain entry into a building, what is that?
Halligan.
Our
Um,
our knocking and our voice.
Okay, describe what the Halligan is, if you don't
A
mind.
Halligan is a bow that on one side it has forks, on the other side it has a point with also another flat piece coming off it. What we would use, how we do the Halligan, if we had a gain entry, is either three different ways. Um, First way would be just simply putting the flat piece that's by the point uh, into the door um, by where the handle would be, and just popping it open. That's if you're strong enough to do so,
Or if it's an inward swinging door.
or if it's inward swinging door is right. The other way is going to be if it's an outward swinging door, it would be to put the forks in and um, tell you a second guy that has a flat-headed axe um, to hit or strike. Um, every time you tell them to strike, they'll hit the Halligan in until you believe that you're in enough to gain entry. Um, we actually did a training last year, which was kind of funny because I was up against line officers. Okay, I was
Chiefs, to be exact.
well, one was a chief, one was a captain, and they were on the door that swings outwards. I was on the door that swings inwards, and I ended up putting the Halligan in and popping the door within legitly a second. Not even. It was like a millisecond. I heard the guy say hit, and I just instantly popped. And won both times because, they never said I actually had to use my partner.
Our chief was actually brought to tears. He was so upset that he lost.
Okay,
The captain both looked at me. Sorry to cut you off, Ice, but
that's
both
okay.
the chief and the captain looked right at me with their jaw just dropped to the floor. And then a main chief looked at me and shook his head and flipped because I was using a technique that we were just taught less than a week ago in the class called BIPO. I was using that technique that we were taught, and the main chief completely just lost his shit with me. And then we had another guy that's a pump operator, an ex-chief as well. He wasn't allowed at the time when I did it the first time, so I had to do it the second time. And no, Joe. And then we turned around and I did it the second time, and Joe, the guy that was just talking about, he turned on, his jaw dropped. He was like, wait a minute, what? You guys no, you have to use your partner. No, I don't. If I can get it open by myself, I don't need a partner.
That's why PD needs the door open. I'll probably be getting a call from Matt asking for a ride.
Okay, you explained the 2 points on the halogen. What is the actual point of the halogen for?
That I don't know that one, to be honest. I don't know what the actual point is for.
Probably the same thing that a pike pole or a drywall hook would be used for.
Well, yes, it can be used for that as well. Basically, what that point is designed for is to break glass, to gain entry through a window. Cause what you do, you hold the halogen up and just give it like a little tap with your hand, and it should be strong to pop that glass.
Yeah.
That's what I make it for dinner.
Matt will be right back. He had to walk away for a
Yeah,
second.
no problem. No problem. Let's see. Have y'all had any experience with backdrafts?
No. Yes.
Okay, AJ, since you said you had some type of experience with backdraft, can you describe a backdraft for the people and the
Probably not if
dangers?
my life depended on it.
Excuse me?
Probably not if my life depended on it. I didn't really pay attention to the science.
Oh,
part of it.
okay. Basically, what a backdraft is, it's a fire that is in an enclosed room that has basically burnt all the oxygen source out, but it's still live fire. As soon as oxygen is introduced into the room, it will create a fireball and reignite. One of the major signs or there are two major signs for a backdraft. One, if you happen to see it, you can see the smoke breathing under the door. Basically coming out then sucking right back in, like it breathing. The second telltale sign is a thump noise. Going thump, thump, thump. When you hear that, you want to make sure you're clear of the area in front of that door. Because as soon as you bust that door open, you're going to have a fireball. And that fireball can spread.
I am back, by the way.
Welcome back.
I do apologize for having to step away, but
Hey,
I had a phone call.
that's understandable. If anybody in either chat got questions or want to know some information, feel free to pop it in there and we will read it and we will answer it.
Yeah, please, guys. Like, seriously, we're here to help you guys out. It's not a day about us. Well, it is, technically speaking, but it's also, we're here to help you guys kind of learn and understand what it is like with being a fireman.
And
Exhaust. That's the only word to define it.
And I am want to thank both Matthew and AJ for your services in the fire departments.
Not a problem.
Cause it is a day to recognize y'all. It's a day to recognize the past, present, and any future firemen. So thank y'all for your services.
Not a problem.
Always happy to help.
And
Uh,
I know as far as a fireman myself or retired fireman, firemen don't really get recognized that often. And when they do get recognized, it does feel good to be recognized.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the reason we're doing this today is to recognize the firemen.
there is also one thing for both sides on Ice's stream and my stream. After this is done being a stream and this becomes a video, if you guys are still enjoying what you're seeing, and you want to learn more about the fire stuff, don't be afraid to leave a comment in the comment below and leave a like, subscribe, hit your bell notification, and yeah.
And if y'all happen to think of questions after the stream, feel free to post it, either in the Discord or in the chat below.
Yes, because I'll be monitoring my comments very closely, guys. And who knows, your comment might just be another podcast.
Sure.
That is kind of what we do when we get comments, and questions, and that is that we're trying to make it so when we do get questions and comments about the fire side or EMS side or whatever, we do try to make it a podcast for you guys. Because this channel is basically kind of about learning. Yes, I've been doing a lot of games on the channel, but that's just to kind of put content for you guys.
Oh, the other thing I was thinking is like, since we're talking about that, well, if Matt has another spot on his Discord where, well, you can call it like, podcast questions, like
We have a spot
different,
for that.
different. Okay, you do.
Yeah,
You can also put it in there and ask questions about how stuff is or what can we talk about on the next podcast.
Yep, it's labeled as Q&A podcast.
And it don't have to be about fire services. It can be about anything in emergency services, military, or any type of services.
Except accounting services.
Yeah, screw those guys. Sorry. If you're not red or blue or yellow, you're fine. Or green. Sorry. Red, blue, yellow, or green. If you're not one of those colors, then can't help you.
How about soap black?
Well, then let Jeff help you on that one.
Well, if you coming out of fire, you will all be soot black. Because those guys can tell you exactly what I'm referring to.
Yes. All the soot and
I remember one call we came home from, our buddy was so covered in soot, I didn't even recognize him. I rode the same truck as he did.
Okay, got another question for you too. And either one of y'all can answer this. And roughly, how long does it take to get into your turnout gear?
60 seconds.
Probably less. To be honest, 9 times out of 10 what we'll do is we'll toss on our bunkers, which is our pants and our boots, and then we'll just grab our helmet and jackets, go to the truck, and won't worry about our jackets until we're on the road, and then the helmets when we get to scene.
Yep. So y'all basically try to make it no more than 60 seconds.
Yeah.
We try to load the truck as quick as possible.
That sounds good.
Usually we can get the truck on the road within 2 minutes after the last person gets there.
Okay, do y'all observe what is known as the golden rule? Or golden hour?
We have it, but I don't remember the last time we discussed it in our department.
Basically, try to get on scene as within an hour time, if possible. From the time you get tones drops.
Yep.
Yeah, we know to go. I know the golden hour for my EMT out.
Oh yeah, EMT is a little bit different than that, but it's still the same thing.
I think we can go back to that one topic since Matt side weren't hear about it and they couldn't hear you. We can go back on the topic of smoke. How smoke is a number one thing for a fire chief or any fire member on scene to discover how bad the fire's getting and how quickly it can change in matters of seconds.
That's an understatement right there.
Hi, Mom.
Are you reading stuff off the internet, Zeno?
No, I swear to God, I'm not.
No, you're not.
Well, the reason I'm asking is if you are, try to form it into a question that they can actually answer.
Yeah, well, you'd stop being so self-centered.
Oh, that's going to take me for a while to find.
No, well, I'm talking about like on one you just read. You could.
No, that was
you could.
last year. That's actually how my mind.
Well, you could always form it into a question.
Question.
For example, um,
Wait, hold on.
go
I'll
ahead.
do it.
Go ahead.
So how lethal, with the different colors of the fire smoke, how bad can it turn to a deadly?
Within seconds. It takes very, very little time. What? How quick can the smoke turn deadly?
Any smoke can be deadly, no matter what color it is.
Smoke is always deadly.
But I think what Zeno's question is trying to refer to is the stages of different type of smoke, definition of different type of smoke colors.
So like a light smoke would be. So like a light smoke would be like.
Coming out for it very soon here, but it's not, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if smoke is super light, then the fire hasn't really started going.
Well, also you have to look at the material too, Zeno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the material will determine what color smoke and how thick. If you
Like-
see something
Dark
that's
black
white
is more.
smoke, just run. Just run. It's chemical.
But like your light smoke you were just describing, that sounds like it might be either leaf or wood fire.
Yup.
If it's a dark black smoke, then you are looking at tire. Rubber.
Chemical.
With the peaches.
Yup.
We've
And then
seen
there's
that.
the invisible fire.
I've never.
Who's this that just came in?
That was me.
Valley.
Oh,
Actually,
Well-
And then
that is
there's that
true because-
invisible fire.
No.
Because I've seen that on Chicago Fire.
if you see invisible fire, you looking at over 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
I know what Alex is saying. It's called. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I think it's a hydrogen. Fire.
Hydrogen.
Yeah, where you have to wear the special goggles on your visor, your facial, to see.
If you do with hydrogen fire, you better get hazmat in there to find out to shut off any hydrogen around there. Cause that shit can explode.
We don't have the equipment.
Yeah, not every fire department has equipment for hydrogen.
don't know if
No,
it's
I
right,
just-
but
I
it's
just
like,
thought
I
of
know what
that.
she's saying.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Allie.
Well, I thought of it because I remember watching a TikTok reel that I think it was either Chicago Fire or Station
Station-
19.
Station 19.
Okay, yeah, where the guy was screaming because he was on fire, but nobody could see the fire.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there's something detected. No something added.
but
No something
go ahead.
Yeah, and in our line of, at least in my line of work so far, I have never seen invisible on a fire. The day I see that will be probably the day that I retire.
Okay, talking about. Go ahead.
We could probably talk to our hazmat coordinator, who is also our county coordinator, see if he's ever seen it, but I highly doubt it. We don't have many sources of hydrogen.
Yeah. Talking about
We could have-
coloration of fire. How many different coloration of fire have y'all seen?
Not very many. We've
The jerk season is.
I know you've seen the orange and yellow.
yeah.
Brand.
That's all I see normally. At least with what fires I've been on.
You ever seen the blue fire flames?
No.
And you probably hadn't seen white flames.
No.
Okay.
Oh, serious? I have seen that one.
Well,
I have seen that one on. It was on a factory
yeah.
in real life.
Yeah, different color flames will basically tell you the temperature of that flame. Hotter it is, whiter it will get.
So that when I seen that, it was when I used to live down in Cornwall. It was old paper mill,
Mm-hmm.
and paper is a good fuel for fire, so that can really
Yeah, it's made out paper made out of wood.
Yeah. And so when we had Dom Tower on fire that one day, or well before they took it down, that place had caught fire, and because of all the chemicals and the paper and all the other stuff, it got to the white flame.
You say Domtar, and I'm like, oh my
Yes.
gosh. I lived right across the street from there when I grew up.
It can get really bad.
Ali, do you have any questions for on the fire subjects from a civilian side?
So for everyone,
Not at this moment.
And as Matt had explained earlier, if any of you have EMS questions, he does have a certified EMT with him today.
Yeah, but we'll probably do that next month.
Well, not
Okay,
next
okay,
month,
so
next
okay.
week, or last week of this month.
Okay, so I have this like sore shoulder that I think, I don't know if it's in socket or out of socket. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Firefighter talk.
Okay, this for anybody in this channel. Do y'all put carbon monoxide detectors in homes now,
Yeah.
No, we
Yes.
do not put that in.
or recommend them?
Like, we recommend them, yes. We do not do it as a department. We do not put them in.
I thought he was asking if we
We
personally.
have combination
Actually,
ones here.
well,
Okay.
in I don't know about if it's up in the alleys area, but I know on this side of Ontario, it is mandatory to have carbon monoxide and
Yep.
smoke. And you can get a fine. I don't know what the fine is. I think it's like $150 fine for not having both.
Let me quickly check something because I know when we did the walkthrough here, the super
It's a mandatory. It's a
tested
mandatory thing now.
two of them. But I don't know if the one in the basement was tested. I'm not testing it. I'm pretty sure it was. There's an inspection coming up anyway. But I just want to locate where it is. Because I know where the one is. It's in my living room right on the wall. So I will be right back.
No problem.
Don't press it. It's gonna.
I said I wasn't going to press it. I'm just looking to see where it is.
Oh, you're just gonna go up there. What's this button do?
No, these ones talk.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think AJ probably misunderstood what I was trying to ask.
Yes, he did. That's kind of why I was jumping on that a little fast. He didn't fully feel what you were saying.
Yeah. Sorry about that, AJ.
He's out talking with my father. Right now.
Oh, okay.
My father out cooking.
Famous thing you hear.
Like normal.
I looked it up, found this recipe was for jerk meatloaf.
But
We had pork last night.
again, guys, for both sides, guys, don't be afraid to ask you guys questions in the chat or leave them down in the comments after the video, after the live's done. Please don't be afraid to do so, because I will be watching both channels for questions. Please, if I happen to miss one, please let me know about it. But make sure you guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, so you guys can know when we go live again. I do enjoy doing these podcasts. We haven't really had much to go through, hence why we haven't been doing them lately. But I'm sure that once we actually get more topics, if we do swing over to what Zeno was talking about,
You want
that
me?
will be.
You want me? Rely on that?
Just hold on. We will, obviously be going live with that stuff. But we do want to, hear from you guys, the audience, whether you're a first responder or if you're just a normal civilian. We want to hear from you guys. We want to know what your guys' questions are for us. Because, as we've said in the past, we're here to educate you guys on what it's like being a firefighter. That's what today's about. Go ahead, Allie. I'll pass.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
So, the one in the basement, I can actually see the wires going into it. Like how it's connected into the house. There's two of those, like, really weird coil wires going into it.
Yeah, that sound like it might be the sensors wires.
But there's one in the basement, one on the main floor, one upstairs. Which is mandatory here. One on each floor.
Yeah, I imagine a fire extinguisher is mandatory in each unit.
A what?
Fire extinguisher.
I don't think so. Not here.
Oh, I figure y'all being in a apartment. I figure y'all had the mandatory fire extinguishers.
We're in a townhouse.
Oh, okay.
It should be. It hasn't been. I don't think the Canadian Fire or American Fire has put that on to anybody yet. Give it time, it might.
Well, the reason I mentioned that is some location in the United States does mandatory, or some states actually mandatory all apartments, motels have a fire extinguisher inside each room.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Cali's mandatory now. I think what's the state above Cali?
Oregon?
Oregon, I think they're mandatory now. Montana.
I know that Arizona is.
Yeah. And I think Texas now. Pretty much any of the dry states in the U.S. are mandatory to help prevent big fires. I'm not too sure with the wet states. If I'm not mistaken, I think BC in Canada has passed that law where it's mandatory now. And I do not know about Alberta. So don't talk to anybody. But yeah. To go off of what Matt was saying earlier, yeah, in the future we're planning on doing sit down where someone will stream like a YouTube fire video where we can analyze it all together. And if you're in the chat or in the Discord and you're like a civilian or that, ask questions. Your fire or any emergency responder that want to jump in and put your input in to help either better other people or help teach, and that will be awesome. That will help with a lot of things. If you have any questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to leave a comment in the chat below.
And if you got any question right now, feel free to ask in live chats. Cause we are monitoring the live chat and we will answer them.
How many are you looking at in the chat right now? Ice.
Actually, I think the next major thing of fire we can always talk about now is the number one big disaster that keeps happening in North America and Canada so far is train derailment.
Too much will end up looking like
Well, that can involve several different organizations.
Yes.
Cause, for example, you would not only have the fire department or EMS or cops, but you would have hazmat there as well.
Yep. Hazmat and also the
NTSB.
the railroad company as well would be the heartbeat for that shit.
what?
Well, train
Train derailments.
I was just about to ask that. Like, what happens when it comes to
What
train
train-
derailments?
If there are placards on the train, then yes, hazmat obviously will get called.
Well, hazmat will be called anyhow, especially if it's cargo of any kind.
yeah.
Cause not every train car is going to be placarded correctly, and
Yeah.
a lot of cars will be mixed manifest as well.
Yup.
And then somebody just pointed out as well, if the engine goes off, there's more than likely going to be a diesel spill. So if the engine goes off, that will also come into effect.
Depends on if it actually crashes or if it just run off the track. If it just goes off the track itself without actually flipping, you ain't looking at no diesel spill there.
No.
Cause
I know.
now, like the one that happened in California several years ago, that took out that whole, not the whole housing development, but majority of it, coming off the route from Denver to California. Y'all probably
Yep.
heard about it. That was a mixed manifest. And they basically, the fire department now was called back out there twice for that. Once for the initial derailment. The second time was for the natural gas leak that happened that the gas company did not find till it exploded.
I know the one that happened in Ohio this past few months. That one took a nasty bit of work that the fire departments had
Yeah.
a lot of trouble with.
So, Zeno,
Yes.
you remember hearing about the train derailment around Christmas time?
This year or last year's?
Just this last Christmas.
That would have been near Oshawa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me and the kids were on the Via train that went literally right by that one.
I haven't. So like, I'm not trying to put Canada down. Canada, you guys suck with emergencies.
I wasn't gonna go there, Zeno.
But like like to watch and learn. So like, yeah, when we ended up doing this fire analyzing kind of type video thing,
Yeah.
there's more American stuff to go off of than Canadians, because Canadians are pussies.
Well, basically, once we get started doing that, we're going to try to use stuff that can happen anywhere, anytime.
Ooh,
So,
there's a lot of good stuff on that.
They don't have. But,
Regarding-
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
regarding that derailment,
Yep.
it happened as we were going out towards my sister's.
Ah.
Yeah.
Did anybody get
And-
hurt?
I don't think anybody got hurt, but it delayed so many trains going back that I had to make different plans and get a refund for the train to come back.
Oh yeah. When you have a derailment, they're going to stop any trains along that route.
The thing is, my train back wasn't the same day. It was like 4 days later.
Yeah. Cause a derailment can
I'm
take.
like,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just like, starting to panic because I'm like, I don't have extra money to stay at the hotel, and there's no way I'm staying at my sister's. That's why I got the hotel. So I had to figure out how to get back home.
But what I started to say is on a train derailment, that can take anywhere between 2 days up to 2 weeks to clean up.
Could take years. I know that Ohio one, they're still trying to fully clean that up right now, and it's been half a year.
Well, what I'm talking about by clean up, by getting enough of it moved out of the way where it can resume rail services. Yes, it can take up for years to clean up the mess. Period.
I know we had this past year, one of our neighboring towns, one of the airlines apparently went on a train, and every single department in the county was immediately getting calls that there was a train derailed in this town. And we had everybody from 10 towns over ready to send trucks in a heartbeat. You remember that one, right?
Nope. Within seconds' notice.
Half the county was called and told to stand by within a minute of the call going out. All because, and they didn't even know if it was actually an derailment. They just heard a loud noise.
Well, it's good that y'all was on standby on it, just in case. I ain't saying
Right.
y'all yourself, but the departments
Yeah.
that was on standby,
Right.
cause that can be a very serious incident, a derailment.
Yes.
And where they said it derailed was right in the middle of the residential area.
And that could have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
What is there any other questions or topic y'all want to discuss?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head.
Ali, Zeno,
Not anymore.
is Zeno still alive?
Yeah, I have stuff away for.
Is there any more topics you want to discuss?
I could go back on another building one that give some people a heads up on US and Canada side, Canadian side. I think some in the European side too. But if you're are looking for a place and you're kind of like not sure because of the fire trucks today that they can't reach with their ladders. They're actually been in the works. Certain cities have new trucks that can reach or higher. So they're called the extension high-rise ladders now. New York does have some new. I think they only have one or two oversized high-rise ladders that can reach like 40th floor or 50th floor or so, stuff like that. There is some Canadian cities that are getting those trucks too. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, on that note, I think it's Kenworth that's taking over that deal to provide fire crews more ability to reach higher heights to help the community. If with all these new high rises coming up, going up, because more higher the buildings are, less resources the fire crews have, and sometimes and you always wonder why helicopters can't come onto the fire scene, because from a from the helicopter blades cause a lot more problems for fire crews on the ground. From with is it updraft and downdraft?
You got the water rotor wash, which is a downdraft. Air is being pulled in from the top through the blades downward.
Which can cause more problems for the fire crew. That's why you never really see fire helicopters or any kind of helicopter try for a roof rescue unless it's really needed.
We do have a helicopter probably about 150 miles from us for fire, but we have helicopters around us, 3 of them that we use for medical.
Yep.
But but more that's more for medical, right? Like not
for, yeah.
Yeah, it's a company called Mercy Flight.
Oh, okay, that's like orange helicopter.
What Zeno is referring to is, taking a few firemen up in the helicopter and let them fast rope down to like the roof of the building or higher stories of the building. That's what Zeno was getting at. Would be dangerous for them because of the downwash and close proximity to the building itself.
Yo.
That's why now you see more perks, and I can't remember the other fire airplane. That's why they're using more of the fire airplanes to put out forest fires than helicopters, because some of the forest helicopters are causing more, unless I think the newer ones are not as bad.
Well, any helicopter equipped with a Bambi basket can be used as a fire service for forest fires.
Yeah.
Because they don't sit there and hover. When they dump that Bambi basket, they are literally flying to spread as much of that water across that fire as possible. Same way as a fire plane dropping its payload.
True.
The only time you see a helicopter hovering is when it's refilling. Oh, go ahead, AJ.
Thinking of how fast they move, I know something that a few of our other members have been talking about is we have a brush truck, but ours is our pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And a few of our members want us to start going back to using the actual pump while in motion, so we can move around the field and get more of the fire at a time by moving our truck while having somebody on the back with the hose.
Long that fireman is secured to the back where he won't fall over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see where you're talking about.
And that's why we can't ride in the back of the trucks. Like, that's one of the main things, that we're not really secured.
We all.
Yeah, that's a safety thing they started up on that. You see firemen hanging off the back of it anyhow.
We still have a truck that's made for something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Only time you actually see that happening nowadays is like in parades and stuff.
Oh, trust me, I know. I'm the woolly-headed mascot for our department, so I'm used to that.
Yeah, he's Sparky, or should I say Pug?
No, it's Sparky.
Should I
Should we talk about you, pancakes?
Oh, I feel bad for that guy. That caution must stink really bad. Like,
call me Pug.
Should I use the one that AJ,
I did Empire
AJ
Police.
gave you?
My boys is being loud and annoying, making noise. Oh, no problem there, Allie.
You want me to come over and make it quiet for you? Just saying.
No, Xena, we don't need you go there killing.
Oh no, that's the other person.
No, he's a teenager now. He's gonna be loud.
Oh come on.
And no, Xena, we don't want you to shove your foot up his bum.
Wasn't thinking that I was gonna.
If that's the case, I would make him a freaking slipper myself.
I was thinking about something easier, like a sleeper hold, and you go sleepy, and then you put him in his bed and fight for the rest of the night. Oh come on, you haven't done that? Oh my god, it'd be like the fastest way you put instead of using
I
night
haven't
clothes.
done that.
Xena, yes, you can put somebody to sleep like that, but it's only going to last as long as that hold is applied. Soon you release that hold, they going to wake right back up. Cause I've been in them.
And they're gonna be pissed as hell.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, ask the person I end up hitting in the nuts cause of it.
Or how was that, Matt?
That wasn't me, so.
No, this happened when I was in school. 7th grade.
Well, he's probably gone or somewhere in the U.S. somewhere. Don't want to make you mad again. Is there anyone in one of the chats going to ask questions about fire or any fire safety or any fire personnel or anything like that? Feel free to answer any question.
Yeah, okay, if we don't get any new topics in about 10 minutes, I'm going to call it a stream.
Yeah, soon I gotta get ready to be on shift again.
Yeah, I figure y'all going to need to get going too, so.
Yeah, we have rescue squad shift tonight.
Yeah, our squad wants to get our call count up, so they're having people do overnights.
Fun.
Oh,
No,
overnight
It's
at the
really not.
house.
it's really not fun at all. It's really.
Oh, watch out, Matt bites at nighttime, so.
I do not.
Without a working
Hey, dude,
team,
you fucking-
it's boring.
Falls asleep on stream and he sits there and bites in his sleep.
Yes, when you don't have coffee, it does get boring in the hall.
It really does.
I won't say it right now, but I will say it right after, right before.
Don't, please.
Cause you can only inventory your bus so many times.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I will still mute you, still deafen you, and disconnect you from this VC immediately.
If he does what?
Says that one word.
I'm not gonna say.
Well,
Don't
no,
say it.
if you deafen and mute him, he's gonna be very quiet.
Now
It's
you
the
can
same
hit
thing
him.
you don't say at a hospital when you work at a hospital. Don't
I
say
got
it.
you. You looked right at it.
Sorry, Matt. You have to blame him, not me.
He didn't do nothing. Oh,
Hey,
you did.
Hey Matthew,
Yes, sir.
it's getting awful quiet in here.
Oh, disconnect you. You said.
Well,
Join my Discord.
go for it. I don't give a flying flip.
2 of the 5 people have said it. Now we just need the other 2 to say it.
I'm not gonna.
See, because I said it, he won't do anything because in like a day or so he's gonna need Ice's help.
Yep.
So you become like Ice. Oh, sorry
I
for
don't need. I don't need people mad at me. I'm not saying it.
Well,
Come on.
the reason I said it, like Zeno said, soon Matt Wells is going to need my help, and if he kicks me out of the server, I would say, well, hey, Matt, you remember when we were doing the podcast and I said the word quiet and you kicked me out? Well, you go deal with your problem yourself. That can be a blackmail right there.
That would be putting your foot in your mouth.
But see, what I can do though is that button.
Go for it. People on my side still can hear
Oh,
me.
just made him quiet.
Shut the
Yeah, you just made me quiet, so that's
Now.
your problem there, Matt. I can say the word quiet all I want on my stream.
Yeah, just remember this. He can actually beat me.
Wasn't it?
Well, you can
wasn't it
always
like-
tie his ass up in the bus.
No, I really can't.
Well, you could get you some triangle bandages and tie his ass up in the hall.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't you come asking for help with a certain thing I retired from?
Yeah, that's on hold right now, so
How's it on hold? What you guys break this time?
it's not that what we broke, it's because of the fact that we're trying to figure things out with it. We're having issues because we were gonna end up having to cancel it at the end of the month, but now things got changed, so it's kind of one of those things of I'm not sure kind of where we stand at the moment with it. We're supposed to go to another community and have them help us because of it. We're not sure on how to do the ELS side. But then we're also adding the QB core into it, so things are gonna get a little more hectic.
Really?
Oh. Alrighty.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
being that I'm not getting anything on my side, I'm gonna go ahead and not to be mean, but I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream at this.
Oh, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me. Can I just do your ending now?
So being we're not getting any questions and everything's kind of at a standstill, we really don't have much more topics to go over. We're gonna be ending the stream, at least on my side, at this time. So you guys always remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, so you guys know when we go live. And also remember, I always have you six no matter what. And I will catch you guys on the next live, guys. Thank you guys so very much for coming out.
And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream as well. And like I said, I want to thank the two active firemen that is currently in the chat here with us. Thank you for your services, and y'all be safe out there on them roads.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Really appreciate it.
And for the civilians that are in here, if y'all see anything, any smoke or anything, feel free to contact your local fire department, because they will come out and investigate and whatnot. Don't hesitate, because it could be a life that you're trying to save.
Oh, there's another thing on that note. There's also, if you see any down power line off a house or that, call your local fire or hydro, or I don't know what you guys call it down in the States, but your electricity company,
Yeah, the
Because-
power company, electricity companies.
because that is a fire hazard ready to go.
That's a medical emergency as well. Especially if anybody gets shocked. So, yeah, on that note, we're going to call it at night. I enjoy having everybody coming in here and hanging out with me and talking shop about fire department and fire related information. I hope everybody that came out to watch took something away from this. And always just go out and recognize the firemen in your community. Tell them thank you. They're doing a great job. You know, any type of recognition to them mean a lot. So y'all have a good night and be safe out there. And until next time, y'all be good.
Game on.
Game on.
Hello.